What is good, everybody? Welcome to LSU's offense versus Ole Miss's defense film review. LSU, of course, lost the game to Ole Miss. What went wrong? Well, to me, same thing as it's been the past few weeks. It's just a combination of things. The way LSU handled Ole Miss's three-man rush was embarrassing. The offensive line was not very good. The quarterback was not very good. And the play calling also just wasn't very good. But let's get into some of the film. All right, first play here. This is a 3rd down and 6, okay? Now, couple things here. Number one, it looks like we're just trying to go double slants. This one just sort of a clear out for the slants behind it, right? And it ends up getting broken up, right, and leading to 4th down. Now, a couple things. Really good coverage from Ole Miss, right? They're going to be matching these routes, okay? But, you'd like to see the quarterback maybe get rid of it a hair sooner. Like, right when we're coming out of this break on the slant is when you want to see this ball out. Right, so we take our drop. Now is when the ball needs to be thrown. But instead we wait, and we end up taking a big shot as well because we get smoked at the left tackle position. So a little late on the throw. I'm not sure it would have even done anything because the coverage was really well done from Ole Miss. But still, you hate to see it. But let's talk about this offensive line here. The left tackle specifically. This is a 3-man rush. Something like this should never happen when you're rushing 3 guys versus 6 protecting, right? The back checks for if he needs to help or scan anywhere for any blitzers before he takes off. So this is 6 guys on 1. Now, the left tackle here, this is unacceptable. So, one of the very first things you're taught as an offensive lineman is to stay square, meaning keep your shoulders square to the line of scrimmage for as long as you possibly can until you know for 100% certain that this guy is definitely going to be running the hoop around the edge, right? Why do we want to stay square? Well, because we wanted to protect that inside gap because the inside is the quickest path to the quarterback. But watch how quickly off the rip, the left tackle opens his shoulders. I mean, right out of his stance, he is opening them shoulders up. And all that does is invite this guy inside. These defensive linemen and their coaches, they work on this type of stuff all day long. So when he sees these shoulders turned, boop, he's going right inside. And he does a nice job. It's a nice move as well, right? Hits him with a nasty club swim over the top. But it's all because the left tackle basically invited him inside. And then it got Garrett Nussmeier absolutely smoked. Next one here, we get a free play because the defense jumps off sides. So we decided to take a shot. So I like that, right? And I'm not saying this is the most open route in the world, but I'm definitely saying there's a better chance here, or a good chance here of a completion with a better ball. I mean, this is just a terrible throw. And I get it, it's tough. We're at the far hash. We're throwing downfield. But we've seen him make these types of throws before. We've seen Nussmeier make these types of throws before. Right? And listen, I'm no quarterback mechanic guru, but I mean, look at the way he's finishing this throw. Most of the time you're going to step into this thing and let it rip, and you're going to end up falling forward or leaning forward after the throw because, again, you're trying to put your all into pushing this ball down the field. But watch Nussmeier. When he lets this thing go, he actually kind of falls backwards or steps backwards a little bit. So, is he putting his all into this? And if he's not, why not? Like, why have sloppy mechanics when we have a chance at a deep shot? And the ball just dies in the air, receiver has to come back for it, and the defender is able to, get a hand on it. But if we put this thing out in front of him, I mean, who knows? At this point, we're in front. We can keep running, run under that thing, maybe score a touchdown. Next one here, we're going to run dagger. So we're going to have a guy motioning across, and he's going to end up running this clear out for this number 1 wide receiver right here. Right, trying to open up space, push everybody back to open up space to hit this throw right here. We're going to have this guy on the crosser, and then we're going to have the running back in the flat, and then we're going to have tight end coming across. So it looks something like this, right? Typical concept you see all the time, dagger with a shallow cross behind it. But this ball just can't be thrown. So Ole Miss, again, it's going to be a 3-man rush, and LSU, once again, ends up getting pressured off of a 3-man rush, which again, I will say is absolutely ridiculous. Should never, ever, ever happen. 3 versus 5, do the math, right? But this ball just can't be thrown, right? And anytime the defense is dropping 8 into coverage, it's tough, right? You have 8 guys, against 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 8 LSU or Ole Miss defenders. It's tough. right? But this is just, we cannot throw this ball, right? Essentially, we're reading this guy right here. Okay. If he does not fall back with this clear out, we cannot throw this ball, right? If he does not either fall back with the clear out or bite down on one of these underneath routes, we cannot throw this. It is just too congested. So at this point right here, the ball is already gone, right? But the problem is, look at the clear out. We haven't even really had a chance to get there yet, right? We're just now right here. We haven't ran past him. We haven't really had time to react off of what this defender is going to do. Okay. But at the same time, Nussmeier really don't have a choice because, again, pressured from a 3-man rush. And so when we let this go, the defender's right there. He just reads it. Interception, right? It's just too easy. You know, where should this ball have gone? Like, I understand you're getting pressured, but we can't just throw it just to throw it, right? Look at the underneath routes. We could go here or we could go here, but we cannot throw this ball. And again, I get it. We're getting pressured from a 3-man rush, but still, we cannot throw this ball. Next one here, just another terrible throw. This time we're trying to give our guy a chance up top, one-on-one, right? And we just don't make the throw. The ball just dies midair. It's weird. It's really weird watching this. So we go play action, right? At this point, we see, okay, our guy is in pretty good position. It looks like he's going to pass him. And you can see he eventually is going to, because this defender turns his head and sort of panics a little bit. But the ball, I mean, what in the world? When you have two, like, this isn't, this isn't Louisiana Tech we're playing again, all respect to them. But when you're playing a top 10 team in the country, like, these are stuff that you just have to hit on if you expect to win these big games, right? And again, like I said it before, I'm no quarterback guru, but the mechanics, like to finish the throw, just don't seem the best to me. And once again, we get a little bit of pressure off the edge with that 3-man rush. But again, if you look at the finish of the throw here from Gus, or from Garrett Nussmeier, there's a play fake. Watch the follow through. There is no follow through, and again, he falls back. Right? And when you're trying to throw this ball down the field, I mean, again, not a guru here, but I feel like you would want your weight going forward, not backwards. And here's the end zone shot of it, just to get a better look at, like, the throw here and the follow through. Falls backwards. All right, this time LSU is trying to hit the seam versus the one high defense. I like it, but I don't like the throw. Okay. Little late with it and highly, highly inaccurate with the football. So again, we get that 3-man rush. And we take the snap, top of our drop, ball needs to be out now. The ball needs to be out now because you have to give your receiver a chance in this window right here before the deep safety would have a chance on making a throw. So you see, instead of throwing that thing when his back foot hits, he takes a hitch, right? Ball should be out now, but we take a hitch and then we throw it, right? And that extra half second is all the defense needs to make a play on the ball. And, that's assuming we make a good throw here, but which we don't, right? Like, even though we're a tick late, we can still give our guy a better chance here, right? So let's throw it away from the safety, right? I mean, and just way too high and way too inaccurate. Like, if we give our guy just a little bit better chance, put it out here where nobody is, or put it, at least where it's more of a, you have to stop to catch it, not necessarily jump in the air and be Superman to catch it, because we get our guy smoked, right? Like, I mean, you could call this now the term gets thrown around a lot these days, but you could call this a hospital ball. I mean, that's just thrown way up there inaccurately, and our guy gets freaking flipped upside down and slammed on the ground. Next one here, again, this is, a missed opportunity. We have a guy wide open, so we're going to just have a little bench concept down here. We're going to have a flat, we're going to have a corner, and the corner is going to be open, right? We get a 2 deep look, right? Looks like cover 2. Once again, they're only going to rush 3, right? They're going to show a blitz, but they're going to drop out of it. I mean, come on. They've been rushing 3 all night long. We know better, right? So they're going to rush 3, maybe leave a spy hanging around. Flat route right here gets 2 defenders to bite. That leaves this deep corner wide open. Wide open. And we don't pull the trigger. We end up going to the check down, and, you know, we get a loss of yards, I believe. So he's looking that way, right? He just gets off of it too quickly. And maybe he feels the pocket collapsing again on a 3-man rush. Who knows? But either way, huge missed opportunity for LSU on this play. We had a wide open receiver. Next one here. And I mean, you know, LSU should be embarrassed with how poorly they handled a 3-man rush from Ole Miss. I mean, this is 5 offensive linemen and a running back protecting against 6 guys. There is no reason our quarterback should be getting sacked here. Now, Nussmeier was not good this game, but this is unacceptable, right? We're just going to run a stunt up front with the zero technique lined up over the center. Then we're going to loop this guy inside, and really, the guy that's supposed to get home to the quarterback is the looper. But when they pass the zero technique off, he sort of ricochets off of everybody and ends up sacking the quarterback. I mean, the center does the best job that he can of passing this thing off right there. And then he accepts the looper like he's supposed to, right? But the problem is that zero technique is just like is unaccounted for, right? Left tackle whiffs on it, doesn't accept it. And then we get the running back working over that way, and he does absolutely nothing either. He whiffs on it too. And now our quarterback is on the ground. So really, LSU, man, they should be embarrassed with how they handled Ole Miss's 3-man rush. Another brutal miss from the quarterback this time. I mean, this is a touchdown. This has to be a touchdown all day long. And these are the type of missed opportunities you just cannot miss going against the top 10 opponent in the country. You know, and this time it does initially look like he's going to step through with that deep shot. But really, when you slow it down, watch his front foot. As he lets this thing go, it almost slips back behind him. Right? I mean, if you watch it in real time, it looks, you know, like he steps through with it. But if you watch it in slow-mo, watch that front foot. Slips back. Right? And there's no doubt that that takes some off of this ball. And that, I mean, this just has to be a completion for a touchdown here. Huge missed opportunity. Last one here. This is, you know, fourth quarter, about 5 minutes left to go in the game, I believe. There's going to be options here. You know, we're going to either be able to hit this sort of crosser, or we're going to be able to hit this dig. But the 3-man rush, once again, 3-man rush, we get beat clean from the right tackle position, and that's ball game. Now, if you look at these routes here, looks like Gus maybe was going to the dig. You know, good chance at a completion there. Maybe he could find, you know, the crosser here. But either way, against a 3-man rush, this is just embarrassing. This is just absolutely embarrassing. If we look at it from the end zone view, I mean, you might as well have lined up me out there at the right tackle position. Or nobody. Line up nobody. Nobody might have done a better job than what was done here on this play. This might honestly be the worst pass set I have ever seen in my life. And our quarterback gets killed once again. But, you know, for as bad as Garrett Nussmeier was this game, again, I've said it already this video, but the way LSU has handled a 3-man rush throughout this game should get somebody fired.